big vibes. We're back for the next video. It's your boy BLKFinesse. We're here to watch kurzgesagt in a nutshell. I can never pronounce the name. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I watch their videos, I can't pronounce them. I'm gonna just say kurzgesagt or something. But this was called the smallest to the largest thing in the universe. I think they made something similar to this when they was like zooming out or something like this. But I think he's gonna talk about, you know, I guess the size differences. But let's go.
A three-story building is about 10 meters tall, 6 times bigger than
I hate
you.
meters.
In the
Can we
direction,
do
6 times
Never
smaller
mind.
than you,
Let's
get
do
things
miles.
like a cute squirrel, about 27 centimeters small.
Okay.
So the building is just as big relative to you as you are to a squirrel. You're in the middle.
Damn.
It's easy to understand. In fact, you are in the middle of everything in the universe. Let's go on a fantastical journey
Yeah,
together
that's
to the
very
small
weird, bro.
and the large, and see if it's really true.
Like, we'd be spaced to
An
the
A320 is
microorganism.
37 meters long. The roofer's hummingbird is around 7
Yeah, the
centimeters.
comparison's crazy.
Both of these flyers are 23 times bigger or smaller than you, and both fly intercontinental distances. The tiny bird migrates between Alaska and Mexico. If the hummingbird were the same size as the jet, it would circle the Earth 85 times every year. Dinoponera, the largest ant in the world, is about 55 times smaller than you. Their small colonies have around 100 individuals but no queens. Instead, they ruthlessly compete for status within the nest, which can reach 1.2 meters deep. If humans lived like Dinoponera, we'd be building towers of over 25 stories filled with offices and ruthlessly competing for status.
I'm dead. That's really how it is. That's crazy.
The deadliest and most
That's
annoying
crazy. Hold on. That's crazy how a lot of things are pretty relative to what we're dealing with. For example, a microorganism can be that small, but it will look like space to them. But what if we were actually on beings right now? You feel me? Like, space can, like, microorganisms can see space from where they are, but they can't see us. But we see space, but that might be another being that's that large, bro. Like, bro, don't pick my brain, but that's literally how I'm feeling right now.
in the world is the mosquito, 235 times smaller than you, while on the other end, the Empire State Building is about that much
that's
larger than
crazy.
you. Kind of unimaginable how something this small creates so much devastation for something that big. We're getting to the borders of human perception now.
Sheesh.
Like coarse grains of sand about 3 millimeters, 550 times smaller than you. You can feel their shape and roughness between your fingers, and if you focus, see them individually. We mix them into concrete that can hold up the tallest towers ever built, like the 828-meter tall Burj Khalifa that's 500 times larger than you.
Shit, crazy.
If you were that tall, people would be as small to you as grains of sand in your hand. Hey, be gentle.
That is
Anything
insane,
smaller
bro.
or bigger, and it becomes hard to grasp. A medium-sized city like Lisbon is about 6,000 times larger than yourself and permeated by a network of highways, roads, and alleys. On the other end, about 6,000 times smaller than you, are your small arteries permeating your whole
Shit.
body. Actually, you're in the middle between your network of blood vessels and the network of a city
Bro.
like Lisbon. If you think of a city as a living being, you find more and more parallels. A small alley is as small to the city as an arteriole 0.1 millimeters wide is to you. Your tiniest capillaries are to you what the pipes bringing water to homes are to Lisbon.
This shit crazy, bro. That's
Going
blood,
further,
man.
100,000 times smaller than you, we reach a typical skin cell about 30 micrometers in diameter.
Can we see skin
A
cells?
neutrophil is half
No,
as big,
no, I
and
don't know
one
why
of
I'm
your
asking that
red
dumb
blood
question.
cells is merely 7 micrometers. They are as small to you as you are to the entire Tokyo metropolitan area, the largest urban area in the world spanning over 160 kilometers. You are so incredibly
can't see
big,
all of that
filled
at
with so
once,
much
bro.
complexity, so many different moving parts. Or are you just a cell in the human civilization's superstructure?
Exactly.
Are you
That's
both?
weird.
Our steps are getting larger and larger now. Germany is around 875 kilometers from north to south and the 4th biggest agricultural exporter in the world. Rhizobia is a nitrogen-fixing bacteria up to 3 micrometers long, and without it, that sort of agricultural production is impossible. So we have a country and a bacterium depending on each other, and you are in the middle, both being roughly 550,000 times larger or smaller than you. What about the whole Earth? It's about 12,700 kilometers in diameter, about 7.7 billion times
And we
larger
can't
than you.
see the entire
On the other
Earth
side
by
of the scale
ourselves,
is
unless we're
corny
outside
bacteria,
of it.
as little as 0.3 micrometers across, living on your skin and eyes along with 100 billion other bacteria. More than 10 times more than there are humans on Earth. Again, you're in the center, right in the middle of something so large that our civilization is a mere scratch on its surface, and something so small and numerous you never notice its presence even as it touches you.
Because you can't see
Does
it.
that make
Like,
you feel small or big?
just
From
like the
here
Earth
on
can't
out,
see
your
us.
brain is breaking a bit.
It's not alive.
4 times wider than Earth is Neptune, a cold blue gas giant 49,500 kilometers wide. The largest planet, though, is Jupiter, 140,000 kilometers in diameter. A titanic abyss shrouded in terrible winds.
Shit crazy.
You could drop Earth whole into its depths and it would simply vanish. On the opposite scale, we find the deadly West Nile virus, 50 nanometers in diameter. Or one step down, the spike proteins on a coronavirus that open up cells for its RNA payload. They are as small to you as you are to the planet Jupiter.
Shit is crazy.
You
can
are in
swallow
the
us
middle
whole,
between
bro.
gigantic
But we can
planets
swallow that
and the
whole.
world of viruses. These tiny
Damn,
things.
so we really would not be able to see
so
a damn
deadly.
thing, bro.
Let that sink in. A tiny virus is taking over and killing lung cells up to 500 times larger than itself with the help of a tiny protein weapon. That's like you trying to kill a giant the size of the Burj Khalifa with a screwdriver. But the real boss of the solar system is the Sun. 10 times bigger than Jupiter, a billion times larger than you, controlling all the planets and source of all energy that drives life. A billion times smaller than you, clearly the boss of our body, is a DNA strand containing all the information making your life possible.
Like, you can't
You're
see
right in the
this
middle
shit,
between
bro.
the most
Like,
important factors
the sun
keeping
can't
everything
see us
alive.
because that's how small we are.
From
to
here
it.
on, things just kind of stop making sense. A billion is already
much-
too much, but now everything just seems to mean
How
a
much
lot.
smaller can things
The
get? And how much
supermassive
bigger
black
can
hole
things
at the
get?
center of our
So is
galaxy,
this space just
Sagittarius
that
A star,
big?
is 14.5 billion
Black
times
hole is
bigger than
crazy.
you. A hydrogen atom is 15.5 billion times smaller than you. Yeah, okay, sure.
I heard when you cut
But
atoms,
the
you can
thing
make
is,
a nuke, right?
we're not even close to being done, and it's not
right?
impossible to get
No?
at least a sense of how these scale.
That's just crazy.
The solar system is 22 trillion times larger than you. On the other end of the scale is the wavelength of low-energy neutrinos released from fusion reactions in our sun. About 100 trillion of them are passing through you every single second, like ghosts a trillion times smaller than you, basically never hitting any of the particles inside you. If you moved through the solar system in a straight line, you probably wouldn't hit anything either.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I feel like we are on beings, on larger beings. I feel like we're on larger beings. We are on larger beings. The universe, the observable universe in itself, is probably a large being.
So things are beginning to get really weird now. A single proton at the heart of the hydrogen atom is almost exactly 1 quadrillion times smaller than you. If the proton were as big as you, the hydrogen atoms would be taller than 12 Mount Everests. On the other end, we meet something that just breaks human brains: the incredible vastness of space. We just have no reference for these distances at all. The distance to the closest star to Earth, Alpha Centauri, is not 1 quadrillion times in the other direction from the tiny proton, but 24 quadrillion. Space is just so large, it's kind of mean. And it goes on like this. A quintillion times smaller than you is the strange world of the quarks. The proton
Quantum
is not
realm.
actually like a tiny ball, but kind of just a ripple on the surface of the ocean of quarks. Every moment, countless quarks pop into existence, along with their antiparticle enemies, before doing furious battle and annihilating each other in an instant.
Bro.
How many? Impossible to say, because the harder you look for them, the more quarks seem to appear. We're simplifying so much it's like a lie anyway. However we choose to illustrate this, it's wrong. What actually is a quark? What does it look like to human minds? Nobody knows. As you sit
it's
here
not
confused,
real, right?
let's look up again. The ocean of quarks in a proton inside a single atom of a single cell of your body is as small to you as you are compared to a sphere around 174 light years across, containing about 16,000 stars. And this is just a tiny speck of dust to our galaxy. The Milky Way is close to 1 sextillion times larger than you. At the opposite end, we have particles a sextillion times smaller than yourself, like the wavelength of high-energy neutrinos released when cosmic rays hit our atmosphere. We're getting to the end. The observable universe is 93 billion light-years in diameter, close to a billion human lengths. But it's still finite. It's only 465,000 Milky Ways side by side. If you were the size of our galaxy, the observable universe would only be a day's drive across. On the other end of that scale, we have the tiniest particle ever detected, a proton traveling so close to the speed of light it got squished into a pancake. As small compared to you as the whole observable universe is big to you. We're at the border of things that we have evidence for. Are you truly in the middle of everything? The theoretical smallest physical distance is the Planck length, 100 million times smaller than even the pancake proton. But we don't know if it's real, only that our theories of the universe break down here. Likewise, on the other end, does the bigness of the universe match the smallness of the Planck length? Well, actually, the universe could be considerably larger than that, but we will never know. Let's go back and look at the dimensions again. There are so many big things and so many small things wrapped up in them. The universe seems to be exactly the right size, with you in the middle.
What the hell? Bro. My brain hurts. Size doesn't matter, apparently. I could be looking at my hand right now and not see a damn thing. A star can be looking at the earth right now and can't see a damn thing, bro. Size is crazy, bro. Forget it. Comment, like, subscribe down below. It's your boy BLKFinesse. Be out, man.